Back in early July, advocates for expanded casino gambling at Nebraska racetracks announced they received the necessary signatures to get on the November general election ballot. Last week, Secretary of State Bob Evans said while the three initiatives all received the required signatures, it won't be on the ballot due to issues with the ballot language. Gambling advocates sued, and today the Nebraska Supreme Court heard the case. 3 News Now reporter John Kipper explains both sides.
The decision on if Nebraska voters get to decide on legalizing gambling at horse tracks is now up to the state Supreme Court. Opponents argued the ballot measure goes against the state constitution that requires ballot initiatives to only contain one subject.
It goes that extra step and creates the monopoly. That's the part that creates the second issue.
Instead, they say voters would decide on multiple provisions.
They're voting on legalizing gambling, and they may or may not want to have it in horse tracks. They may think that's a dumb idea.
Attorneys to get the measure on the ballot say requiring casinos only at horse tracks is in no way a monopoly.
But no one's prohibited from building a new racetrack. It's just that it's a certain type of facility. That's the way that public policy limit finds expression in the constitutional initiative.
And that both legalizing casino gambling and requiring them to only be at horse tracks has a necessary and natural connection. That's something they legally need to prove.
So there's not a casino on every corner or a slot machine in every gas station. It's a reasonable public policy purpose to limit it to some facilities.
Both sides also argued whether the ballot language confuses voters, whether it broadens the authority of Indian casinos in the state, and that 2 of the 3 initiatives should be combined into one. Ultimately, they went back to the one provision rule.
I think there's a precious right that the people have put in their constitution to be sure they don't vote on one thing in order to get another thing that they want. And that's what's going on here.
The casino advocates close, warning the court of setting a dangerous precedent.
If the opponent's arguments become the law of this court, there will be collateral effects for the initiative process, and they will not be good.
John Kipper, 3 News Now.
Nebraska ballots must be certified on September 11th. The court is expected to make a ruling before or on that date. A similar hearing on whether medical marijuana makes the ballot will be argued tomorrow.